Good morning, Millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Hope everyone had a great Monday. Not as good as mine because I rose groaned and got annihilated on Twitter by the Miley Cyrus stans. Just a regular day for me here at the Morning Toast.
Yeah, they got crazy yesterday. They came for the comment section. They came for the DMs. I even got a little debris.
What did they say about you?
They said something. Also, I just want to say the Miley stans are like really violent.
No. Sometimes violence is the answer. That's what someone tweeted at me.
Stop. That's actually really funny.
Yeah, they were being funny. Honestly, I didn't mind it. Like, they're protecting their girl. I respect it. We're all entitled to our opinions. But I just have to say, the overwhelming amount of people that call me fat was so... I kind of miss that.
No.
Because people have been calling me so much worse in the past couple of years. They, like, forgot I was fat. So I was just so happy because it's, like, so obvious,
no, but,
you know?
It's really surprising that the Miley stans, like, on their moral high ground are fat-phobic and resort to violence. This is a DM I received. Your podcast fucking sucks, by the way. I'd flatten that ugly mud of yours if I ever saw it in the street. So don't mention Miley again.
Wait, I also screenshotted some. That's so funny. They were being so insane. I, like, lived for it. Okay,
but they were mostly directed at you because I rewatched the segment and I really didn't say much about Miley because you were just
Here's one.
Stuff.
Ugly white bitch. Instead of criticizing the wonderful Miley Cyrus, you should be worrying about losing weight, fat. Fix that double chin before speaking out against a legend. Someone else, hoe and fat. Someone else, no talent, ugly fat bitch. Miley Cyrus is a legend. And you, a fat. No, I was kind of living for it. Smizers, we see you. I respect the hustle and the clear... surplus of time that you have on your hands.
What's so crazy is that if my life had gone in just like a different direction, I don't know at what point I veered off this track, but like I would have been one of those smizers DMing you.
No, I know. Like, remember when you literally like weren't in Topshop and you saw Miley Cyrus and like your whole world came crashing down?
I was the number one smizer of all time. I don't know of a bigger Miley fan than me, like back in the day. So I guess if I continued on that path, like I would be DMing people, like calling them a fat.
A fat, maybe.
But instead I'm here.
That's good.
And I think this is where I'd rather be.
Life just, is constantly throwing tangents and veers and...
I'm also disappointed in the Miley stans because when the BTS stans came for us, like they gave us so much irrelevant uglies, like...
The BTS stans came for us, and you know what? I kind of wish they came back for us because they don't even know how full circle we've come. Like, we were trashing BTS because they thought they should be nominated for a Grammy, and I thought they were insane. But now after Dynamite, like, I fully agree. Like, that is a Grammy-worthy song, and it seems like the Grammys are going out of their way to, like, not even acknowledge BTS's existence.
And now I understand why the BTS stans, like, are upset about that and also upset at us for
perpetuating,
for propagating that narrative.
100%. So actually, I would really love to hear back from the BTS fans, letting them know like we've changed and you were right. But I'm going to stand my ground on what I said about Miley. But I do want the smizers to know, like, I'm a huge Miley fan as well. You can keep calling me fat. That's totally fine because you're not like 100% wrong. And we see each other, and maybe we will meet again. And we can agree on
Maybe we'll
something.
meet again the next time Miley's on SNL. So just like
next
a few
week.
weeks. Yeah. No, that was like a fun little treat. I was so busy yesterday, booked and busy, like back to back. It was just so crazy. We recorded The Redheads last night. Really hysterically funny episode. Like the book is really cute and good, but there's not like that much
substance
to dissect. So we were just like off the rails. It was hysterical. New episode drops on Thursday and you don't want to miss it. Oh, and it's never too late to become a redhead.
It's not?
Mm-mm. I know you might think that it is.
No, I just assumed.
Because like, we've done 17 episodes, so many books, but you can jump right in at any time.
Only 17 episodes?
I think that this was our 18th. We do
it
one
hasn't
a
been
month.
a year?
It's been
a year
and
God, that was
change.
the dumbest thing I ever said. I was thinking weeks. I'm like, 52 weeks, you've only done 17?
No, a month.
No, so more than a year.
It's been more than a year, and there was 2 months where we did bi-weekly episodes.
Oh, right. Okay, wow. That's crazy.
Crazy, but it's never too late to join. I announced my pick for the next Redheads. I was going to do a classic, but I made the decision to just take you on the journey that I'm on, and I just chose the next book that was on my want to read list.
Which was?
Oh, should I give everyone it hasn't come out yet because the episode
drops
on Thursday.
Sorry, I forgot the episode's not out.
I don't know, I kind of like want to give it away because
give this
also
exclusive.
People like lost a week of reading because we pushed it back, and that's not fair for me to do to you.
Tell them.
So we are reading The American Duchess, the story of Consuela Vanderbilt by
you told me about this one.
Karen Harper, I believe.
Love that.
Yeah, so sneak peek.
The Anderson Cooper of it all.
Yes.
How is Anderson Cooper related to Consuela?
That we shall find out. Like
okay.
Consuela's relation to Gloria.
To Gloria, right.
Yeah.
I think one of the craziest like fun facts about pop culture that I think a lot of people forget about is that Anderson Cooper is a Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
I forget all the time. I forget again.
I forget all the time. I actually forget all the time how like most people in Hollywood are there by nepotism. And I'm not one of those people who like despises nepotism. Like as someone who like has a lot of sisters, like and if I got like a movie job, I would give them a role as well. But you just forget that like everyone is someone's something. I was thinking last night, I had literally forgotten, I forget who it was, that this person was like someone's daughter. And I'm like, wow, really everyone in Hollywood. It's just like a big incest.
I wonder who you were thinking of.
I know, I couldn't remember. Whatever. But that was like when that article came out about Girls. How like people didn't realize the 4 characters on Girls, like every single one of their parents was like a famous artist or writer or something that ultimately led to them being on that show.
Yeah.
It's just kind of crazy.
That is really crazy.
And my life is kind of crazy. What's that from?
I don't know. It sounds like...
And my life is kind of, hi, it's a TikTok sound. Well,
Yeah.
I literally spend so much time on TikTok. Hi, I'm Ryan. And my life is kind of crazy.
I remember that.
You do?
Because that sound is from like that MTV
Pandemic.
show.
Oh.
Right? Oh no, when like 2 people like look like each other and then...
Yeah. So I did the trend when Vinny and Snooki had a baby. That was me.
Oh, cool.
Whose baby are you? Jessica Chastain and Ron from...
And whose baby are you? Mean and meaner?
No, I just said Snooki and JWoww. No, Jessica, calling your mom Jessica Chastain, like how nice am I?
Ron Weasley. Really?
He's
is that
redhead.
Is that where you're going with it?
Oh, sorry. Okay, Prince Harry. Is that better?
No.
No, Ron. We have a great show for you guys. Before we dive in, I have to give a little update on my bold type journey.
Okay.
I was the least productive piece of shit slob ever yesterday. I watched so much bold type, so much happened. Spoiler alert. They all went to Paris and then Richard showed up. And like, it was honestly like too much for me. I was like screaming. I was just so excited. I love Sutton. The characters have really started to shift for me because I always loved Sutton and I loved Kat and I hated Jane. Honestly, that hate is now kind of transferring to Kat. She's just like so all over the place and like, she's not really focusing on her job. She's running for city council, which is great, but like, you have a job to do. You know, you're the director of the department, you know? But then there's a lot of, changes going on at Scarlet. Like Jacqueline is like kind of being pushed out by Patrick. So there's just a lot going on and I'm like living for it. But I could use so much more Sutton. It's disgusting. In your opinion, who was like the main character of the show?
Jane.
I felt that way in the beginning, but honestly, I feel like it's not anymore.
Well, I think that now like the tides have turned because everybody loves Sutton so much. But I don't know why. I just feel like it's Jane.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like Jane has, like, the storyline of the protagonist, whereas, like, Sutton and Kat, their storylines are just written like it's not their
supplemental.
Story. Yeah.
No, it's frustrating because it should be the Sutton show.
Of course. She needs a spinoff.
But I'm happy. I really actually like Jane and Pinstripe together. I think they're cute. And I know something bad is going to go wrong, like with Richard and Sutton. Like, it's too good to be true. I feel like Richard dies or something. Like, every time he's, like, on screen, I'm like, oh, my God, thank God you're still alive. Like, I'm putting so many of my eggs in Richard's basket. And he just, like, wants to move to Connecticut and have a family with Sutton. But, like, she's such a go-getting career gal, and he's going to wait for her. So, like, I don't know what's going to go wrong, but, like, I know something is, and I'm just really upset about it.
Just enjoy it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. The only thing you need to worry about with Richard, because he's Mr. Cancel Your Show,
Yeah.
is that...
Oh, somebody DM me that the upcoming season is the final season.
It might be. But, like, I like when it's a final season that was planned to be the final season.
I know, but, like, a show like The Bold Type is so not serious. It could just go on forever. Like, it doesn't even matter.
But then it gets stupid and bad. Like, let's be intentional about the ending. And then we can, like, everyone gets a happy ending.
I also really like 2 more things about the show. The first is I like that a lot of the, like, extra characters who, like, were irrelevant have become more... prominent, thank you, that's the word. And you just love seeing their development. Like, Oliver is everything Sutton's boss. The second thing and the second thing I like is that I feel as though they tackle, difficult issues for the modern gal in a very relatable way. Like, when they had that whole episode about Sutton's gun, that was, like, so random and out of the blue, and I was like, what the fuck? But I thought they made, like, really interesting points about the whole thing, and it was a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, I agree. I forgot about that episode, but when I watched it, I thought the same thing. Like, there's a whole episode about Sutton's gun.
Yeah, Betsy. And then that other episode where that girl goes viral for writing a piece in the New Yorker about, like, how she was pressured into sex by this guy, Jeff. And it turns out that Jeff, spoiler alert, is Alex from The Office, the guy who kissed Sutton in the first season.
Yes.
And he wrote a rebuttal about how like men need to do better. So I just think they really tackle like very awkward like issues in a modern way.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's a great show. I'm like living for it.
I'm so glad.
It's the best thing like you ever gave me, like dead ass. It's second to your Kindle.
Wow. Second, yeah, of course, the Kindle's number one.
Kindle's
Unlimited
number one.
books, like you could literally read anything that's ever been written.
Right,
So
like I'm
fabulous.
honestly mad at you for giving me the bold type because there's only 4 seasons with 10 episodes each.
It's robust.
No, 10 episodes is nothing.
It's robust.
No, it's nothing. And they're not even full hours. They're 42 minutes because they're on cable.
I think it's quite robust, but that's just me. I caught up on The Long Shot with Bethany. And
It's called The Big Shot.
And like again, same quandaries. Like for me, it's just Maloxy. Like period.
Maloxy or bust.
Maloxy is the winner. Everyone that they keep bringing in it's not even like they're bringing in people who are better than the original group. They're bringing in like the people who were eliminated from the original group, like
Brody,
the B team.
But weren't you happy to see her hire Corey? Because he really was like a nice, well-meaning, hardworking guy, but just not fit for this role.
Yes, but like, and now Bethany, it's like we are reminded of who Bethany is, where it's like she's so tough, she's so sharp and like cutting, and she'll cut you down, but like she like is so emotional.
Yeah, she's all over the place a little bit.
Yeah, I'm happy that Corey got the job. I hope that the trial goes well. And in just watching the group, Maloxy is the only one qualified for the position. Like everyone else can go home. And
but I was kind of heartbroken to see Jenna go home.
Me too, because it was her first time in the bottom 2. Nicole has now been in the bottom 2 twice. So she should go home.
Yeah, of course. But Nicole is like the straw that stirs the drink, and her only real attribute for the show is starting drama, and I don't even know what we would like talk about.
No, but now that Nicole's like on the wagon, she's not interesting. Like, and she's not good at the job. She should be sent home. Like, Jenna,
it wasn't fair.
It wasn't fair.
And Jenna actually did a really good job in other things. And I thought the way that she handled the photo shoot, where like everyone was having a breakdown, no one knew what to do, and she was like, "Bethany, you ready? Let's go." That's exactly what Bethany's looking for. I just think the problem with the show in general is that Bethany has not been clear, like at all, what this particular job is, because it's a chief brand officer, but the more I'm seeing like from Bethany, it's like a Bethany manager handler job.
Yeah, I think it's like Bethany's stand-in almost, like head of the company when Bethany doesn't want to be, sort of thing.
Got it.
But I agree. She's looking for a mind reader. And
yes.
So far, it's like kind of like who just has the best idea of what she wants. But I just think that Maloxy is so solid, like, and capable, and she's the only person who's in the realm of what Bethany needs.
Hashtag Maloxy or bust.
Hashtag Maloxy or bust. Like everyone else, it's a joke.
It's a TV show.
Yeah.
And now Brody's back. Like,
I'm good.
no, and it's like the show never ends. I keep bringing people on, taking people off. I think we've netted like 0.
Yeah, no, totally. And it must be annoying for like Maloxy when she's like, when do I
When's
get
my
my
job
crown?
interview?
When do I get my crown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm so glad that you're all caught up. I'm really loving that, but I've been focused on the bold type, and I just don't know what I'm going to do afterwards, so that's that.
Well, we'll keep you abreast.
Of course we will.
As we always do. But I think without further ado, speaking of where is do,
I have some errands to run, so he had to stay home.
it's literally do, where are you?
No, it's literally Tuesday, and he's not even here.
Tuesday. Without further ado, here are the fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
And today's episode is sponsored by The Hills, New Beginnings, and Siesta Key. Siesta Key and The Hills, New Beginnings are back on MTV Wednesday, May 12th, starting at 8 p.m. So that is tomorrow. Juliet, want to know what she's up to? She's living the lavish life with Sam, her billionaire boyfriend. But will Kelsey rain on their parade when they clash over their rival swimsuit brands? And this season, Brandon, Chloe, Madison, Amanda, and Garrett are trying to move forward, but will their pasts pull them back under? While Siesta Key is embracing the unknown, The Hills' New Beginnings is all about moving forward. Heidi and Spencer's relationship is put to the test as they realize they're on 2 different pages when it comes to having another baby. Brody and Audrina are back in the dating pool, but as they start seeing other people, they begin to realize that they may be ready to be more than just friends. Justin Bobby reaches out to reconnect with his estranged family as he looks to his past in order to settle down and plan for his future. Plus, a long-awaited reunion years in the making with a former castmate you'll have to see to believe.
Do you know who it is?
No, do you?
Like, I think so based on the commercials.
I don't know. Will this Hollywood crew be able to begin again? Find out during the season premieres of Siesta Key and The Hills New Beginnings. Starting Wednesday, May 12th, that's tomorrow, at 8, only on MTV. Wednesday, May 12th, that's tomorrow. The season premiere of Siesta Key and The Hills New Beginnings. There's so much going on in the world of Siesta Key.
I know, we've been waiting for the show to come back for so long because of the changing of the guards and like Juliet really like having it all, and I'm so excited to watch her. She's been through so much the last few seasons. Like, it's her time.
No, and I'm obsessed with her billionaire boyfriend. Like,
I'm obsessed. Like, I just want everything coming up Juliet. Like, and finally for the Juliet stands, this is our season.
I think so too.
It feels like.
No.
Except that Juliet and Kelsey are on the outs, which I do not like.
No, I know. And I really did enjoy them as friends, but when it comes down to it, like, my allegiance is always with Juliet, so like I really don't care.
No, my allegiance is with Juliet, but Kelsey was a really good friend to her.
I know, but until she wasn't. Like, when she went behind her back to like talk to Sam, like, that was so fucked up.
Yeah, damn. Okay. Well, first story, some crazy news. Portia Williams is engaged to Fallon's ex, Simon Guobadia.
It took me literally 20 minutes to figure out what I was reading because
I know. But
I'm
then
like,
when it said Fallon and I are not friends.
Yeah.
Portia confirmed on Instagram that she's engaged to Simon after posting a photo that sparked rumors of a betrothal. She said, "Our relationship began a month ago. Yes, we are crazy in love. I know it's fast, but we are living life each day to its fullest. I choose happiness every morning and every night, tuning out all the negative energy and only focused on positive wishes. He makes me so happy, and to me, that's what matters most." She said that she had nothing to do with their divorce, which they filed in January. She said, "Fallon and I are not friends, and Simon's divorce has been settled. Our relationship is a positive, loving step forward in everybody's lives."
No, and I'm sure that's like fair. I'm sure he was divorced or whatever, but like, this is just so close for comfort. And I'm literally thinking, like, could she not have found anyone else than like a castmate, not castmates, but she was on the show, and it seemed like they were prepping her to be like a friend of, or maybe eventually a housewife, but I don't know. Now that she's not married to Simon, is she like no longer interesting? I don't know.
Or did she just become interesting?
But like, I think it was his money.
No, but like, now it's Portia's fiance's ex-wife.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is what we need. Like,
yes,
we were just recapping the Atlanta reunion yesterday, just feeling, at least for me, like it's just kind of stale with this whole Kenya Portia drama. Since day one, they haven't met. Like, it's just like they haven't jived. It's just like kind of old and boring at this point. But this is a real find.
This is a real story.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
And I liked Fallon when we met her briefly this season. I thought she was stunning.
Yeah.
And she kept her composure for the most part when Toya was saying like the most vile things about her.
Yeah, so between Toya, Fallon, Portia, Simon, I think we've got a really good next season, but this is just really shocking. I'm happy for Portia that she found love.
I just fucking love Portia. Like, nothing she could do could make me not like her. So I trust her judgment here. I'm sure there's more to the story, and I can't wait to find out on season 13 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I know, but you'll be waiting a long time.
I know.
Almost as long as we waited for Siesta Key.
I know.
But we waited for Siesta Key for so long.
But Mazel Tovs are in order for Portia Williams.
Yes, and Mazel Tov is also in order for Laverne Cox, who's taking over as the host of E's Red Carpet after Giuliana's exit. Things are shaking up at E! The network announced on Monday that Laverne Cox will take over as host of E's signature red carpet coverage. She will assume the role beginning with the 2022 award season. In addition to hosting live from E!, the advocate, actress, and Emmy-winning producer will host a series of celebrity-based interview specials spotlighting major players in the entertainment industry who are making waves in Hollywood. She said, "I'm so excited and deeply humbled to be hosting E's iconic red carpet coverage. For many years, I would wake up early on award show days," and I accidentally clicked on an ad. "For many years, I would wake up early on award show days, get my snacks in place, and watch E's coverage all day long," she said in a statement. "I dreamed of walking red carpets. Now, not only have I had several fun and amazing personal red carpet moments, I also get to be a red carpet guide for E's discerning audience and chat with my colleagues and folks I deeply admire for these very special events in their lives. I can't wait to get started while hopefully serving up fashion fantasies for the ages, honey."
Okay, I have so many thoughts. My first thought is that I love this selection. I think that like these jobs are so iconic in entertainment history. You think of Joan Rivers, you think of Giuliana Rancic. And so I think for it to be Laverne Cox, who is a trans woman of color, is like everything of the sort. I do feel like Laverne Cox is like a little too famous for this job. That's like,
No,
you know,
she should
Jennifer
be-
Aniston taking the job.
But like,
she's talent.
My question is like, yeah, she's the one that's usually walking the carpet. Is she
Right.
going to interview herself?
So it does feel like in a lot of ways this like might be like a step down for her. Not in fame, but just in like
In like the work, like she could just walk, like, and now when there's an award show, she used to just, like, show up and, like, have a great time. But now she's, like, working the show.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be more preferable to just, like, sail down the red carpet.
No, and, like, keep winning Emmys. Like, she's an actress by trade.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is that, like, you know, there's so much that goes into being an interviewer, you know? And I think it's actually a lot harder than a lot of people think. And most people who have found success in like a Giuliana Rancic have been interviewing people for years and years and years. So I imagine there'll be some sort of like learning curve with Laverne, because you have to retain so much information. Like, E puts together these binders. You have to know everything about everyone. And it's not just talking. Like, it's a real skill.
Yes, it's like the practice of it plus that X factor talent. Like, can you talk to people? But it is also like the studying, memorizing, the producer in your ear,
right,
like having your next question ready. Like, it's also a job.
Right, and those jobs, they're so rare when they come up. They usually go to like the next person in line waiting who's been doing it for years, and that's not Laverne. So I'm very curious to see how we start. I know she'll be great, but it'll be interesting.
It will be interesting, but we also won't see it till 2022, and like that's in so long.
And also, I don't know if this is a story today, but there's like awards drama.
There's awards drama because NBC will no longer be airing the Golden Globes.
I like feel that.
I feel it too. Like, I hope this is a trend.
No, I think it might. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, we've been talking about it for years, how award shows are so like out of touch and outdated, and they're on cable. Like, Gen Z doesn't watch award shows. Like, nobody fucking cares. So I think that this might be like the initial descent into whatever the next phase of award shows is, because they just feel so outdated.
Yeah, or just another network will pick up the Golden Globes and it will just be...
I really don't hope so. I really
don't hope so. I hope everyone's like, yeah.
Well, can you imagine NBC like on a prime Sunday giving up 3 hours of their telecast for 5 people to tune in?
No.
That sucks. That's just bad business.
Yeah, but it's not about the shitty numbers, which it really should be. It's about controversy within the HFPA.
Oh. Mm-hmm. What's the controversy?
That there's a lack of diversity within the members of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association and other like statements of controversy and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so not about the ratings. But
like I said, award shows are just kind of not like so out of touch.
You know who should host the award shows? Elon Musk. He should host everything.
Is this a piece of ice in my mouth or a strawberry?
I can't see. Ice.
Okay, good. I'm drinking this strawberry refresher. And it's good, but like these strawberries,
I don't like live fruit in my.
I don't like live fruit. Period.
No, I agree. I've had to like live fruit due to my predicament eating plan.
What's dead fruit?
Dead fruit, I guess dried.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I like fruit flavored. Like, for example, I just had a blueberry yogurt, and this brand did not put blueberries.
Did you see my finger?
That's the sugar from your drink.
Oh my god! Did you see that?
That's the sugar.
I'm tremoring. Oh my god! I cannot. This whole journey with the Starbucks is like really fucking me up. That was weird.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I did not like that.
What was I saying?
Fruit.
About myself?
Predicament.
Oh, fruit. So some yogurts, like they put fruit in the, like fruit pieces in the yogurt, and like people really like that.
That's disgusting.
I think it's so twisted.
Soggy?
I can stomach a blueberry in the blueberry flavored yogurt, but a strawberry, sick.
No, also,
sick.
That's like those fruit bars, like popsicles that have real fruit in them. Like, I'm not picking up an ice cream bar for real fruit.
Sick.
Sick and twisted.
Yeah. Are you ready for our next story, a little podcast news?
I'm always... Wait, is it the podcast news that's brought to you by Hair Food?
Yes, it is.
Wow, that's crazy. Hair Food offers simple, superfood-inspired products that will make your hair look and feel amazing. Whatever hair texture or hair type you have, Hair Food has a recipe for you. In addition to their beloved nourishing coconut milk and chai spice collection, you've got to try some of their new recipes. They have the apple cider vinegar hair rings. Apple cider vinegar is so good for your hair, and their product is perfect for days when your hair needs a gentle cleanse before conditioning. There is no shampoo needed. They also have a turmeric and almond oil detangling mix, because detanglers just not only for children, like adults get detanglers too, and this product takes care of the most stubborn knots, and it reduces frizz. They also have a shea butter and pear color repair concentrate. It makes overprocessed hair look vibrant and healthy, and they smell so good. Every product is free of sulfates, parabens, dyes, mineral oils, and is certified by PETA as cruelty-free. So it's never too late to start taking care of your hair. The apple cider vinegar rinse is everything of the sort. All their products are made so well. They smell good, they feel good, and you will see a visible difference in the texture and the feel of your hair. So if you're looking for a nourished, healthy hair, it's got to be hair food. Look for it at Amazon, Walmart, and Target. That's hair food, sold at Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Also pronounced Target.
Love it. Okay, welcome to the podcast industry. Dave Chappelle.
Yes, I saw.
His new podcast dropped at 12:01 a.m. on Tuesday called Midnight Miracle. The comic hinted on social media that the podcast is coming out May 11th, but we hear more specifically it'll be available Tuesday 1 minute after the clock strikes midnight. So that would have been like 10 hours ago. The Luminary podcast from Chappelle, Talib Kweli, and Yassine Bey was recorded during Chappelle's 2020 summer camp in his hometown of Yellow Springs, Ohio. The venue where it was recorded was dubbed the Shack, a mechanic's garage retrofitted as a clubhouse.
That's funny.
So this is very exciting news for the podcast industry.
It's huge. I mean, the king of comedy and stand-up is entering our little, industry.
Like, so exciting.
So exciting. I think this was a great idea for Luminary or whoever. It's a great get for them. Dave Chappelle is like a cultural icon, and honestly there's so much going on in the world and you never really hear from Dave Chappelle, but he's so smart, and I always, like, when things are going on, I'm like, what would Dave Chappelle say about this? And I think this podcast is hopefully moving forward going to be just that. So I think this is great for a multitude of reasons. It's great for the industry, it's great for the consumer, and it's just fabulous.
Yes, competition rewards the consumer. This is great. It's just really surprising. I don't know why I'm so surprised, like, because he's so talented. Like, he does not need to serve up episodes once a week, yet
right.
Here he is about to do it.
It's surprising because Dave Chappelle's whole image is like this air of mystery. Like, he doesn't really have a social media. He does shows every now and then, and they're always kind of underground. He's very low-key, living in Ohio. So his whole brand is like, you can never find me, you don't know where I am. But a podcast is very, here's where I am.
It's very exposure.
Yeah, which I think it's great. But you're right, it does seem like an off-brand thing to do. But podcasting, for the most part, is mostly comedy. Like, every comedian has a podcast. Like, they kind of go hand in hand. Like, when you say comedian and podcaster, that's like one job.
You think so?
Yes.
I feel like not for the icons.
No, not for the icons.
But for like the people on their way up and the people on their way down.
Yeah.
I don't know which, at the top.
I don't know if I'm on my way up or down.
I think it depends on the day for us.
100%. After the Miley thing yesterday, I'm like so relevant. I'm so relevant, like the Gen Zers.
To the moon, toast to the moon.
They didn't even know who I was, and now they do. Like, can you talk about a successful PR stunt?
Yeah. Toast to the moon, baby.
Yeah, no, you're right. But it is a natural thing for people who are funny. Podcasts, that's like a natural next step, whether you're huge or not. So it does make sense. I'm just like surprised. Mm-hmm. In a good way.
In a great way. Can't wait to listen.
Can't wait to listen. Have you been listening to the Jemay podcast?
No, I listened to some of it. But I didn't listen to all of it.
So if you guys don't know, Chris Lilly, who is an Australian comedian who wrote Summer Heights High, Jemay Private School Girl, Jonah from Tonga. He's super funny. He has all these different characters, and he has a podcast now as one of his most successful characters, who is Jemay Private School Girl. She's like this really bitchy high school Australian teenager. And the podcast I listened to the first episode only. I need to catch up. I loved it. It was just so stellar. And it was hysterical, and I miss Jemay all the time.
Miss Jemay all the time. No, I don't listen to that many podcasts.
Me neither.
Because we're constantly podcasting. There's not that much time left. And if I'm ever working out, I listen to music. But yesterday I got my eyelashes tinted. That's a great time for me to listen to podcasts. And the one podcast that I like so much, that I'm always telling you is so funny, is Sofia with an F.
Yeah. I feel like you guys have similar sense of humor.
She's just so funny. And so whenever I get a chance to listen to a podcast, I usually go with hers or Joe Rogan, depending on
the guest.
By the way, Dave Chappelle was just on Joe Rogan. But for me, if a podcast has a video component, I'm watching the video. I'm not listening as a podcast. So his video only plays in the Spotify app on your phone.
And if you close it?
No, but I want to watch it on my TV. Because if I'm watching a video, I don't want to watch on my phone. I want to watch on my TV. But you can't watch the podcast video on the Spotify app on your TV. So it has to be a really specific instance where I have to really go out of my way to be I'm going to sit down in front of my phone for 3 hours.
No, you can AirPlay it. You have Apple TV. You just AirPlay your phone.
AirPlay Spotify app?
Yeah.
To TV?
No, just screen mirroring your phone to the Apple TV.
Oh my gosh. Call me Tim Cook, baby.
No, call me Tim Cook. I gave you the idea. That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea. So I really like Joe Rogan and Sofia with an F.
Oh my God, by the way, I will definitely, when I have some time, listen to Dave Chappelle on Joe Rogan. That probably sounds fabulous.
Yeah. Do you ever listen to other podcasts?
No, but I did listen to a few episodes. I think it's called Hey Babe with Chris DiStefano from Guy Code. He hosts a podcast with Sal from Impractical Jokers. No. By the way, everyone's gonna laugh at me. That's not. I wish I didn't say that. Like I actually want to die. Wait, sorry. That's not who it is. That's not who it is. Hold on. Just like, oh my God, I'm so bad. Sal. Oh no, Sal and Chris. Sal Vulcano. Is he from? Yeah, he's from.
Okay.
Is he from Impractical Jokers?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me just look it up. Sal Vulcano, a comedian. Yeah, okay. He's okay. Oh my God, I feel so much better. And they had this sound go viral on TikTok because they put clips of their podcast up on TikTok, and it was so funny. Chris DiStefano was talking about how he's like packing something up in Tupperware, and he called it Tupperware. And Sal was like, go back. What did you just say? And he's like, Tupperware. And he's like, Tupperware. And he's like, tub. And he realized his whole life he's been saying Tupperware instead of Tupperware. And that's what got me into the podcast. This is a very long answer to your question. So I listened to a little bit of that podcast, but I really don't listen, besides TNN, I don't really listen to a ton of other podcasts. It's just based on the guests.
But because between all the time we spend recording podcasts and listening to
and
our
like editing
own in our wheelhouse, like that's just all the podcast time you've got.
100%. But Lauren has a new episode out, I think, from last week that I haven't listened to yet with like a millennial dating coach, which I am married, but I think I need to listen to.
Yeah, I want to know like what the millennials need to know about dating. Like what's the latest and greatest?
I have no idea.
Because I'm always giving dating advice to people, but I'm not sure if it's outdated.
100% it is. You're literally the most like traditional person. And I'm always giving dating advice to people when I have absolutely no right to be, seeing as how I've been on one date in my life.
But you could argue that you're so good at dating that all it took was one date for you and all of a sudden snatched up married.
You could argue that, but you would be wrong.
Why?
Because it was just
you did it so good. Like,
but I did it and it was like messy and like, honestly, it was just like the universe really helping me out, you know?
You think?
Finding Ben on like day one. That was just like a huge win from God. Like,
you don't think it could have been anyone on that date and you just would have like knocked it out of the park
married?
No. I don't think so either, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's a fun fact about you.
Yeah. It's my
You have a
fact.
Perfect dating record.
Mm-hmm. 1 for 1.
100%.
1 for 1.
Okay, ready for our next story? It's a little fashion news.
As the Maxinista myself, I'm ready.
No, you're going to be excited about this because House of Harlow, Nicole Richie's brand, just launched a collab with Sofia Richie. They're finally collabing.
That's cute.
For their first ever collaboration, the Richie sisters co-designed a spring collection for Nicole's fashion and lifestyle brand, House of Harlow. The line available exclusively at Revolve. I didn't know that was exclusive.
I did because it's the only place I wear a lot of House of Harlow. It's very size inclusive, and I have only seen it on Revolve, and that's where I get it.
I didn't know that was like a decision that was made. I just thought it was a coincidence. Offers pieces that reflect Nicole's signature 70s bohemian aesthetic and effortlessly cool designs inspired by Sofia's personal style. Like two of the most stylish gals on earth.
But very different aesthetics.
Yes.
Like Sofia is very like Gen Z, like
modern.
Instagram modern. And Nicole has maintained this like flowy boho. That's why I like it. All the clothes are flowy. Boho, you know, gold jewelry vibe, bangles since she started the brand. So I'm interested to see what the final product is going to be.
Yes, Nicole said, from the beginning of House of Harlow, I imagined it a place where my family would come and create if they ever felt a desire to. Sofia has an incredibly unique, cool, and effortless sense of style, and it felt natural to incorporate that feel into the spring collection. This is one of those things that now that it's happened, I'm like,
how did this not happen sooner?
How did this not happen sooner? Mm-hmm. I'm so excited to check it out.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of Nicole Richie, not to make it about you.
No, I think that we should make it about me.
So tell us what happened to you.
So I know you guys know I've been doing this coffee review, and I've told you guys yesterday how I meant for it to blow up on TikTok, which it hasn't yet, but I'll get there. But it's really blown up on my reels. Like almost all of them have been like hitting 1 million views, which is really great. And it's, you know, kind of attracting a lot of celebrity viewers, one of them being Nicole Richie, who asked me to try her beverage, which was a plain black hot coffee, which I did try this morning. The video is going to be up later.
So when Nicole Richie says it, you'll drink it.
Of course. Nicole Richie could literally tell me to eat Duty pureed with a splash of milk, and I would be like, yum, this is delicious.
I love milk.
I love milk and Duty.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. I just like thought of Duty in a blender.
Stop. And
then like splashing milk in. So that video will be up like a little bit later. But yeah, I don't know. I might be getting too famous for this show.
Oh, okay.
You might have to start finding my replacement.
Okay. We should host a show. Like,
The Big Shot with Jackie O.
that would actually be like a really cool, fun idea.
Yeah, when you like try out different people for a host, and like the different activities are like reading from a teleprompter, reading ad copy.
No, but like, or like we are vlogging together.
Yeah.
Like, just like some really fun stuff.
That's a good idea.
Such a great idea. Are you ready for our fifth and final story? A little biz news, merger news.
Okay, but it sounds like since the fifth and final story is a little biz news, you do not have the Beverly Hills taglines as a story today.
No, I don't. You're right.
Can we just go through them really quickly?
Yeah,
I feel like that's
course.
what people want to talk about.
No, you're so right. I'm so RDH.
That's okay.
And I'm so sorry about that. And I have a lot to say about them.
All of them, because I was like a little uninspired by all of them.
Me too.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Kyle Richards. This town is a game of chess, but no one's taking this queen down.
It's fine. It's very Kyle Richards.
For me, it's perfection. 10 out of 10. Hits every point. Like,
It's an homage.
references old taglines, references old storylines.
Being
like,
friends with you is like playing chess with Bobby Fischer.
yeah, like in this town, da-da-da.
Yeah, no, it's so Kyle, it's not a Kyle tagline if it doesn't reference the town.
Right. I would have maybe liked to see her reference like family because her sister's coming on, but it's fine.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Still, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Do you think that's a direct threat to Kathy?
Actually, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 because I think like there should be 5 criteria and she hits them all.
Okay, 5 out of 5.
Lisa Rinna.
Oh, 0 out of 5. I hated this one.
My lips are legendary and they will never gloss over the truth. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, it's just like so played out at this point. And honestly, for the past few seasons, you actually have glossed over the truth because you like didn't want to be like the big drama queen anymore. She made a conscious decision to kind of pull that back in. So it's not entirely factually accurate.
Unless she's like not glossing over the truth when it comes to Erica.
We'll see.
Well, we shall see. Garcelle. If you want a starring role in my life, you better drop the act.
That's pretty cute.
I like it. I'm going to give it a 4. It's a nice play on words.
I'm going to give it a 3. I just really liked hers last season. Life's an audition. And honey, I am getting that part.
Yeah.
It was just great. So this is like a little bit of a step down for me.
Dorit, this one hurts.
Yeah.
Dress like there's no tomorrow, and then tomorrow, do it again. So I would have given this a 4 if I hadn't given Dorit the most perfect tagline on a silver platter. And I'm
In
just
her
gonna,
comment section.
I'm just going to assume, and I know that she saw it because she then used it as a caption. I'm going to assume that they had already recorded their taglines and it was
Yeah.
too late because
What
mine
was
was
yours?
better. Mine was, I may not always be on time, but I'm always on point.
No, it's really good.
Because she's always late and she always looks amazing.
This Dorit one, like, honestly, I think you're giving, like, way too high scores. This is also, like, a 3 out of 5. They're not bad, but they're just not great.
They're not great. Sutton. Anyone who doubts my exquisite manners can kiss my exquisite derriere.
Okay, I didn't like the way she pronounced derriere in the thing. It's like derriere. And I don't know, I just, like, didn't like it either. Like, I like the homage to her southern roots. I just think it could have been worded more playfully. It doesn't sound right.
More playfully and, like, more eloquently?
Yeah, it sounds weird.
I agree. And
Okay.
also, like, if she's talking about her manners, she's also talking about her derriere. It's like a little...
Oxymoron, hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pot, you're the kettle. You're black.
Crystal.
Yeah. Oh, Crystal, yes.
Hollywood is full of pretenders, and I slay them all.
What's with the slay? Like, is her husband, like, I'm trying to think there's a reference there.
I don't know. I feel like
slaying-
that's what we have to see the season to know, like, are people pretending around in the season?
Okay, 'cause
like,
that
and
sucks.
And she's slaying them.
That sucks.
Okay.
But maybe if I understand
Yeah. No.
the
So
slay,
without context,
maybe they own a sleigh company. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Fifth. I'm sorry. It's not the fifth.
Fifth and final.
Final story. Erica Jane.
Oh.
The strongest substance on earth isn't diamonds. It's me.
Okay, I also have to give that like a 1 out of 5. What does that even mean? And I like the message because it's going to be a difficult season for her, and she is very mentally tough and strong, and she will get through it.
Message of Erica Jane is strong. I endorse.
Execution?
I approve this message, but execution no.
0. It
Yeah.
stinks. Like, and the thing is that Beverly Hills, it's the crown jewel. Like, and the editing, the outfits, the trips, the teasers, like, it's all always top tier. And this was like, meh for me.
It's okay. I would say overall the taglines get a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, whenever we talk about taglines now, I don't know why, like, you know what tagline is living in my head rent free?
Which?
I may be cut from a different cloth,
But it's top quality fabric. Every time I hear that on Housewives, I cringe a little.
I literally chuckle every single time.
Speaking of, New Jersey is on tonight.
Can't wait.
No, there's so many like ones that live completely rent free in my mind, and a lot of them are from Beverly Hills, because they really set the standard. I fought too hard for this zip code to go home now.
That is the most desperate tagline of all time.
100%.
I'm an enigma wrapped in a riddle
and cash. And that was such a strong...
This year it should have been, I'm an enigma wrapped in a riddle.
With no cash.
And legal bills.
No, I'm an enigma wrapped in a riddle and I
lawsuits.
need cash. So sad.
No, I mean, I feel like Erica is
Going to be fine.
I feel like the buzz around it is probably bigger than like what she's probably going through.
Yeah.
But I feel like she is really stronger than diamonds.
No, I feel like she really is the strongest substance in the world. Sounds like she's just putting together like a science equation, you know?
Justice for the science fair.
Justice for the science fair. Maybe that'll be one of her storylines. She's entering in the science fair to prove what the strongest substance in the world is. It's just like really literal, you know?
And then Jackie Goldschneider's also...
And she shows up and she's like, you might have the strongest substance in the world, but I've got the top quality fabric.
Why does someone make me laugh so hard?
Because it's also the way that she says it. Like, you can hear she's like smiling as she's recording it because she's so proud of herself. And it's top quality fabric. It's honestly so lame.
It's so lame.
Lame.
But like, no, they're all so bad. Also, ever since we did a deep dive on Freedom Never Tasted So Good.
What? Oh, Teresa?
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys are interested in this conversation, we actually did a little while ago on the Patreon a like deep dive on Housewives taglines. Like
Every Housewives tagline of all time. We did 2 episodes, over 100 minutes of us talking about Housewives taglines.
Dissecting the person, the tagline, their journey, their family. Remember Lynn from OC? Like, there's just so many you forget about.
Yeah, so if you want this conversation to go into the archives, patreon.com/themorningtoast.
It's also just a great way to support the toast.
Always. Are you ready for our 5th and final?
The little biz news that's brought to you by BetterHelp.
Yep.
Is there something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. So for me, like some of those things that are interfering with my personal life goals are anxiety, seasonal depression, and those are all things that can be helped with BetterHelp, where you can start communicating in under 48 hours. BetterHelp is not a crisis line, and it's not self-help. It is professional counseling done very securely online. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. Their service is available for clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, plus you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room as with traditional therapy. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's also more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit betterhelp.com/toast, that's BetterHelp, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. Today's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp, and the Morning Toast listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/toast.
Love it. Okay, the final
Story. It's a little biz news.
It's a little mergers and acquisitions news.
Oh, who's merging and acquiring?
Barnes & Noble owner is buying stationery retailer Paper Source out of bankruptcy. Not Papyrus.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Papyrus's cousin, Paper Source.
Papyrus's cousin, Paper Source. Is Papyrus still in business? I feel like we reported like in our old studio
not
that
looking good.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen one that's up and at 'em in a while.
I mean,
since Paper Source is so similar to Papyrus, like obviously Papyrus holds a special place in my heart, but I just need to make sure that there is a
there can
stationery
only
store.
be one.
I think it should have been Papyrus, but Elliott Investment Management, the owner of Barnes & Noble, the owner of Toaster Strudel, said Tuesday it will acquire gift and stationery retailer Paper Source. The acquisition will provide Paper Source with the funding it needs to emerge from Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Well, talk about a tough business to be in, selling books and stationery via retail. I mean, this guy just has a death wish. Like, he must be the most stressed man in America.
You know what? He's definitely the least stressed man in America, because if he was working in a Barnes & Noble, then he has a definite sense of calm. And I think with this move to buy Paper Source shows that he's like a man of taste. Like, I'm sure that this man is actually the most calm man in America.
No, that's fair. I hope that the Barnes & Noble corporate office emulates the same kind of vibes that the Barnes & Noble retail stores do, because as a published author myself who has spent many time in the last couple months in Barnes & Noble's, where my book is available, Girl with No Job, The Crazy Beautiful Life of an Instagram Thirst Monster, I can really speak to how peaceful they are.
Yeah. So I'm here for this. Like, we need stationery stores. They're so beautiful, stunning, and smart.
And like the Pinterest moms, like they need it. Like there's a real like, community of people.
There really is. And I would just be sad if all of them went out. I mean, hopefully someone can rescue Papyrus. I hope it's not too late.
Honestly, like Jeff Bezos should buy it. Like just throw us a bone here.
Throw me a
freaking bone here.
I totally agree.
Like just do it.
Just do it.
No, he's going to start popping up Amazon stationery stores. Like how they put so many Barnes & Nobles out of business and then like slapped in the face with an Amazon bookstore.
Yeah, but like Amazon stationery would never have the heart and soul of Papyrus, no matter how hard he tried. No matter how many Chanel bags you have,
you borrow, you will never
be
a lady. That's such a good point. I'm so glad you brought that up. I just feel like every now and then I remember that I'm a New York Times bestselling author, and it's just like a nice feeling. You know, I feel like I don't talk about it enough, and you guys probably think I talk about it so much, but I don't know. I just feel like I wanted to mention it again today. I don't know if you guys know I'm a New York Times.
We might have someone watching for the first time, maybe a Miley stan. And hey, just girly. Know when you are calling her Shrek and a fat, that you should also add New York Times bestselling
Shrek
fat.
New York Times bestselling fat Shrek, okay? And I will be referred to as nothing else.
Don't get it twisted.
Honestly, you know what? Justice for Shrek.
Totally.
He was a nice boy.
He was so nice.
Thoughtful.
Landowner.
Paid his own rent and minded his own business. Didn't need help from anyone. Didn't have rich parents who owned another local swamp.
No. He took care of that swamp all on his own.
And he took that annoying-ass donkey under his wing.
He rescued animals.
Protected him. He cared about our furry friends.
What more could you want out of a man?
And he loved Fiona no matter what she looked like at the night and the day with the green skin. You know, he didn't care.
He didn't care. Love is blind. That's what Shrek said.
Shrek was blind. Yeah, no, I'm just like done with like Shrek being like the punching bag for fat people, you know?
No, I think Shrek is a compliment. I think he's a wonderful man.
He has layers.
And you know what? Like, he is cutie.
Major cutie. Sorry, I'm a chubby chaser.
No, and it's like, what, I'm supposed to want Lord Farquaad?
No, yeah, like the short,
egotistic maniac.
Karen haircut. We had the Karen haircut.
Yeah, wants to talk to the manager.
Always. No, like, please. Like, let's stop using Shrek.
Stop shaming Shrek.
No, let's stop using Shrek as a projection of our fat-phobic rhetoric.
Well, you know what? Here's it from a different angle. What if that Miley stan feels the same way about Shrek?
And it was a compliment.
And it was a compliment.
Look how negative we are, just assuming it was negative.
Beautiful landowner who loves her furry friends.
Oh my God, that is me, even though I rent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That is our show, correct?
That's our show. It's nobody else's. People might try and say, I don't know, one person who would.
They might want to be associated with this.
They might say, like, no, that was my show.
No, it's
our show.
Our show. Thank you so much for listening to the Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know every morning before you wake up in the morning. Wait, what?
Before you wake up and take a bite
of your morning toast. You can, I just fucked the whole thing up. Basically, just go leave a podcast review. The Miley stans attacked our reviews and are probably writing mean things about Fat Shrek. So if you're a real toaster, can you just write a review, because like they're gonna try and take us down? Things.
Yeah, that would be actually really kind of you. And you could also watch this on YouTube and airplay it to your TV.
Yes, I don't know if you guys knew that. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for Hump Day.
Damn, I
Hump
almost
Day.
said Friday.
Oh no, good luck.
Sorry. Bye.